speaking of that, I didn't put him there, but Dalvin Cook is also on the rumor mill per se. I don't think Dalvin Cook is somebody that we necessarily are going to trade for, but he is released, or not trade for, but pick up, and he is released. But I think a different team will pick him up. I don't think we will necessarily hop on the Dalvin Cook train. I have seen some things, like I think Joy Taylor. If you guys don't know, she is like a FS1 Fox Sports reporter. Joy Taylor mentioned that like she thinks we should pick up Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook on the surface, if we want to do the names thing again, once again, Dalvin Cook, big name. He had a pretty decent season last year, I want to say. Where's his yard? Yeah, 1,100 yards, 300 receiving yards. How many touchdowns? He had 8 touchdowns. Not bad. Dalvin, yeah, he had a decent season, or pretty good season last year. And then, as we know, he's had 16 touchdown years, 1,500 yards. He's hit this 1,100 yards mark 4 straight years. So Dalvin Cook, he's solid. We know that. But just right now, the timeline doesn't really make sense. And I do want to bring up this Andrew Filipponi tweet. If you guys don't know, Andrew Filipponi is look at that. It's his bio. He talks about sports in Pittsburgh on 93.7 The Fan, also seen on FanDuel TV and KDKA. And he's a husband and a dad and a dog dad. So shout out to Andrew Filipponi. But he tweets about the Steelers a lot. And this, to me, like, we're going to talk about this, okay? So, number one, do the Steelers have cap space? Yes, $15 million. I agree with that. But, I guess we have $15 million. 2, do the Steelers want to run the ball? Yes, 1,500 rushing attempts in 2022. Okay. I'm following. Cool. I'm following. I apologize that I hit my phone. But I'm following. And then 3, is Dalvin Cook better than Najee? Yes. Listen, man. Even if that's true, even if Dalvin Cook is technically better than Najee, if we look at the numbers, we got 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, 220 receiving yards versus 1,100, 8 touchdowns, and then more receiving yards. So even if Dalvin Cook is technically better, is it really like that crazy for you to? Is Dalvin Cook better than not? What then? So we get Dalvin Cook, and then what? Najee's our RB2. It's running, and everybody's forgetting about Jaylen Warren. But just to humor this, I'm gonna forget about Jaylen Warren for a second. So we're gonna pick up Dalvin Cook and have Najee be RB2 after using a first round pick on him 2 years ago. It's just over, and then for how long we're gonna continue? Because Dalvin Cook, he's 28, or he's gonna be 28. I don't know how many more seasons for how much longer do we do that? And then also, does Najee ever? Maybe Najee's RB1, and I'm sorry I keep hitting this thing down, but maybe Najee's RB1. But to me, that just seems crazy. That just seems like too much of a move. And on top of that, back to this. We're just giving Dalvin Cook over Najee. Like, we're just doing that, and it's Dalvin Cook. It's not like it's not like Christian McCaffrey. It's not Derrick Henry. It's Dalvin Cook. Once again, Dalvin Cook, phenomenal player. Are the Minnesota Vikings my second favorite team, my Madden team? Since Madden fucking 11, has that been the team I use on Madden? Yeah, but and I'm like, Dalvin Cook is great, but really, just not even as a Steelers fan, not even hesitating. Like, is Dalvin Cook better than Najee? Yes, and just period. Then you don't want to build on it more. It's crazy. I don't want to go too in about this take. It's more about the maybe even a troll of it all, of Najee being better than Dalvin. But it's just Dalvin Cook. Like, are you kidding? I'm supposed to sit here and be like, yeah, Dalvin Cook is just way better than Najee, and we should pick him up because he's better than Najee, and now we have him, Najee, and Jaylen Warren. The names that make sense, and our running back by committee is huge, but I think just Najee and Jaylen Warren is fine on its own. Like, I think Dalvin Cook added to that, regardless of if he's actually better than Najee or not. Just doesn't really make sense. Definitely doesn't really make sense. And so I don't think we're going to be, in on the Dalvin Cook sweepstakes. He is a good player. He's a great player. He's been a great running back. He's been a great running back his whole career. But I mean, he's not Drake. You know, he's not the Beatles. And once again, like I just to say that, because what if me as a Steelers fan, I'm putting Kenny Pickett damn near over Aaron Rodgers right now. So if I can be doing that, like we can't give Naj over Dalvin Cook. Like, come on, man. Like Dalvin Cook, like he's cool. He's cool. He's great. Yeah. But he's inspirational. He's the best thing since sliced bread. And so just to say that, because then there are people who are probably thinking that too. There are people, but Dalvin Cook is 100%. He's definitely better than Jaylen Warren as of last year. You know, Jaylen Warren, he's looking a little tough. He's looking a little strong coming into this year. So we'll see. We'll see about this year. But at least last season, sure, cool. But it just doesn't really seem to make much sense. And then we spend a lot of money where we probably, or not even a lot of money, but just unnecessary money. Money we don't need to be spending right now on that position. So I think we're out of the Dalvin Cook sweepstakes. But if we want to be literal here, should consider. Sure. Dalvin Cook is good enough for him to pop up as a free agent and be like, should we sign him? And quickly, nah, probably not.